everyone, welcome back to my channel. It's Janet, and if you're new here, make sure you hit that red subscribe button. Give this video a like to let me know that you're liking my content, and make sure that you're hitting that notification bell. And if you're a returning subscriber, then welcome back to my channel. How is everybody doing on their protein sparing modified fast days, alternating with your keto days? Is that what everybody's kind of doing? I know Maria Emmerich suggests to do 3 of the protein sparing modified fast days within a week. So I decided that I was going to be alternating days, and then Sunday I was going to have a keto refeed day, which is technically just kind of higher macros just to switch things up. So that's what I have been doing, and it has been absolutely wonderful. I will have an update for you next week on how my weight progressed, but I am losing. I even came back from our little mini holiday when we were away for 2 days, and I stayed keto, ate out for those 2 days, and you'll be surprised with the results. So make sure that you stay tuned for that. So I have lost over 100 pounds following the ketogenic diet. I reached my goal weight last August of 2020 of 133 pounds. I started at 240 pounds. Since last August, I'm trying to find a maintenance balance, and I have regained about 20 pounds that I'm trying to lose again before it gets out of control, right? That's just kind of what happens with me. I lose, I then think that I can eat everything and anything again, and I just gain weight back. So I really want to kick it in the butt. I am determined by doing these protein sparing modified fast days along with my keto that I will be successful, and hopefully in a couple months I will have lost all of those 20 pounds that I have regained. So join me as I try to get back down to my goal weight. This is going to be a lifelong journey for me. Weight loss just doesn't happen in the course of a year or 2 years. 50 pounds, 100 pounds, it will never stop for me. I will continue to have weight issues. I am a food addict, and that's just how it is. That is something that I have accepted and that I need to learn by, and I mentally have to keep that in mind every single day for me. So I'm sure a lot of you can relate. How many of you have lost, regained, lost again, regained? Like, that's me. I have done it many times over. I've tried all the diets there is, and keto is one that definitely works with my body, with my allergies, with my sensitivities, and just even with my IBS. It definitely helps me lose weight and to keep it off, and I feel my best. So I hope you are doing well and that you're finding some success with your weight loss. Let me know down below on how you guys are doing this summer. I want to hear from you. Is the protein sparing modified fast, are you doing that? Are you sticking to keto? How is everybody making through the summer? So today is another protein sparing modified fast day for me. So I have already had a cup of coffee this morning, and I also had a slice of my angel food strawberry loaf that I had made in a previous video. I will have that video linked here so that you can watch that video. But I did fast for 16 hours, and I broke my fast with my cup of coffee and with that protein sparing modified fast angel food cake slice, and it was absolutely delicious. So in my coffee today, I actually had hot coffee with my cake, and I just put my sweetener in it. I put some of the skinny syrups in it, and I also put some of my silk half and half that I found. Let me show you guys what that is, because it is amazing. A lot of my subscribers have found it and they absolutely love it. So let me show you what I'm talking about. So a friend of mine actually on Facebook, she had mentioned about this product because I am allergic to all nuts. Almond milk, macadamia nut, all of it I cannot have. So it's really hard for me to find a substitute. What I usually have is my unsweetened coconut milk that I use for like pudding recipes or any sort of recipes that call for almond milk or milk of your choice. But for my coffee, this is what I have been using, and this is the silk. This is the silk half and half oat and coconut. Now, it does not taste like oats or coconut in my opinion. It just tastes like kind of like a creamer, right? So these are the macros for it. I will try to bring it a little bit closer so that you can read it. but really, really good macros. Especially for 1 tablespoon is 1 carb. I take about 2 tablespoons in mine, but the macros are really good for either days, either your protein sparing modified fast days or for your keto days. So if it is a keto day and I'm making my iced coffee, you guys know I'm addicted to iced coffee, and I've been using the JAVY coffee every day for my iced coffee. I always have that link down below so you can try it for yourself, but it is the best coffee to be using in my iced coffee, in my opinion. But I will add my heavy whipping cream when it is a keto day. So, but normally on a protein sparing modified fast days, I will use this with the skinny syrup and with my sweetener, and that's all that I have in my coffee. So I have had that already today, and I am going to, once again, since I am intermittent fasting, I am going to work all my meals in within, I'm gonna try for a 6-hour period today. So my first meal I had was around 11:30. So I'm gonna try to get all my meals in by 5:30, which is definitely doable. It is almost 1 o'clock right now, and I'm just getting ready to make like my full proper meal for today. Like I had said before, I am going to be trying to limit the protein sparing modified fast bread to 1 or 2 slices per day. Whether it's a keto day, a high protein day, I'm still gonna keep it at that. So this morning, as I mentioned, I did have that angel food cake, so I'm gonna count that as my 1 serving for the bread. Just because the egg white protein powder that I get in Canada, it's actually a fairly small bag, and it's $42, and it's fairly expensive to be making tons of things, you know, every week. And I do love the bread, don't get me wrong. And, you know, as far as like even a hamburger bun or a hot dog bun, I definitely will use it for that. But I just really want to try to limit it and to get my protein sources from lean meats. So that's what I'm going to be doing today. So for my first meal, I am going to be having some pork chops that I had picked up last week. I took them out of the freezer. They're all thawed out. So that is what I'm going to be making for my first meal. So let's get started on that. All right, so these are the pork loins that I had picked up the other day. They were on sale. So our family isn't huge on pork, but it's such a good lean meat to have on my high protein days, and I haven't had pork loins in a while. So I'm actually going to do these on the barbecue, but first I'm going to season them. So let's do that. All right, so I'm just going to make all of these because obviously I'm gonna make it for extra meals for Jimmy and for Zoe. I'm gonna make a good meal. I'll make theirs with like rice or something. So I'm just gonna keep these seasonings fairly simple. Normally, if it would be a keto day for me, I would put some olive oil on these, but I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to put some spices on them as well too. So let's just start with I'm just gonna use some of the Montreal chicken spice. I find it tastes really, really good even on pork. So I'm just gonna put that on all of them. And we're gonna do both sides. I'm just gonna do this one side first. Some minced garlic as well too. And then some minced onion. And some pink Himalayan salt and some pepper. So I'm gonna put these on, and then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna flip them all over and do the exact same thing on the other side. All right, so I started the barbecue, so we are just gonna wait a couple minutes for the barbecue to warm up, and then I am going to barbecue these, and then I think that might be it. I might add a side to it, but I will see once the pork chops are all done. All right, so this is going to be my first meal of the day. I have 50 grams of cucumbers, which I'm going to put pink Himalayan salt on. I have 6 ounces of lean pork loins that I'm going to be having, and this is going to be my meal number 1 on my protein sparing modified fast day. As most of you know, we are hunters, so I hunt as well as my husband hunts, and we hunt for deer and we also hunt for elk. So we actually are gee, it's been a while now that we actually have an overpopulation of elk on our military base that we have, which is literally 5 kilometers from us. So they have actually opened that up for hunting for the past 8-10 years, that you can hunt elk on the Crown land. So that land is owned by the government of Canada, but they have opened that up that you can now hunt, and it is it's kind of like a depopulation of the elk herd, because it's overpopulating, and we have a lot of protected grass, protected animals. There's a lot of things that are protected on the Crown land, and when there's just too many elk, all that preservation just gets destroyed. So we've been doing that now, I want to say, like I said, for the last 8-10 years, and my husband butchers, so we know a lot of people that actually get drawn for elk on the base, and Jimmy butchers it all for them. They literally bring in the animal, Jimmy butchers it for them, we process it, we package it for them, and we do that for a lot of people, as well as our own hunting as well. So for the most part, we have deer and elk, and today for supper it's going to be one of my favorites. We have just been having venison for the last, for sure, 8 years. We only eat venison. We rarely carry beef. Once in a while we do get a nice beef steak, because here in Alberta we have that AAA beef and it is delicious. But we only get it maybe once or twice a year. We really don't miss beef because we have venison all year round for roast steaks. We get ground meat from there, and we do up sausages, and it's amazing. So today I'm going to be making up elk steaks for my supper. So let's get started on that. All right, so these are the elk steaks that I am cooking up. I am cooking them on low, and I just added some seasonings to them, and I'm just gonna finish them probably a few more minutes. Right, Jimmy?
Where'd you learn that recipe?
Yeah, Jimmy may have helped me, because Jimmy is the best at cooking elk steaks. The whole thing with venison is you have to cook it slow and low, right, Jimmy?
Slow and low, baby.
Yeah. So anyways, I'm gonna let these cook for a few more minutes, and then they will be done.
They'll be done.
All right, so this is my supper for tonight. I have 8 ounces of elk steak here, and that is all I'm going to be having. But let me show you, I was gonna have some mushrooms sauteed with the steaks, but I don't have any mushrooms right now, so I will have that another day with the steak, is mushrooms. They are also pretty good for protein sparing modified fast days. But I'm going to have this for dessert. So as you remember, I had made a strawberry Keto Chow shake, but I never ended up drinking it on my last protein sparing modified fast day. So I took that shake and I added 2 teaspoons of chia seeds to it. So it's going to be kind of like a pudding consistency. So that is what I'm going to be having for dessert, is a little strawberry Keto Chow pudding. And that is going to be my meals for the day, and that is going to be it for my eating. All right, I am going to include this in Monday's video, because I said Monday I would pick 2 winners for the Keto Chow giveaway. So I have done a YouTube random comment picker, and that is the video there. Connie Eller is the first winner.
Jimmy Bolger, Jimmy Bolger, Jimmy Bolger.
And the second winner is Gail Crisp. So please email me. I will have my email address put on the screen, and email me so I can ship these off to you. Thank you so much, everybody, for entering, and I hope you two enjoy your Keto Chow.
Damn it, I never win anything.
No, you don't. You got me.